Hey guys, come on downstairs. Another Career Mode Las Vegas episode. We're in job number 17. It's the final job in the Las Vegas area before we move on to a new area. And first few items of business to get to. We've got some new aircraft available, ones that I've purchased recently. The Beechcraft Model 18 Twin Beech, $179,000, 1961 model. So what I'm doing with these aircraft and prices, I'm actually finding actual aircraft on sale, for sale online, and using those prices and locations. Britten-Norman Trilighter, $180,000, is in Haiti. 2018 Aviat Husky, $275,000 in Afton, Wyoming. DHC-4 Caribou from 1968, $320,000 in Ogden, Utah. We would primarily use that for cargo. Pilatus PC-12, 2017, located in Boise, Idaho, $3.65 million. Safe to say we're a ways away from purchasing something in that price range. All right, let's recap job 16. We made almost $5,000, and we've got just short of $140,000 to our name. And our fleet so far, yeah, just the one plane, the 1980 Cessna 152 that we bought for $45,000. And that's going to be our plane for all of Las Vegas. This is our last episode in Vegas. And our work order today, take the Las Vegas City Transit Coordinator to San Gabriel Valley to observe their top-rate transit system just east of Los Angeles in El Monte, California. Our Cessna, we're gonna add 6 units of wear and tear, so it's like 6% parasite drag. Put in our pilot weight and our passenger, and we're under payload. Add some fuel. At some point in this series, I think I just started adding full fuel tanks for every trip, just because we've already run out of fuel once on our trip to Mexico. Might as well just take, yeah, I think, see, we did it here, full tank, probably wise. Okay, so we're getting started here in North Las Vegas. This is going to be our last job from the North Las Vegas airport. And it's going to be a night flight to Los Angeles. I think we're getting started with this one, or I can't remember what the timestamp was on this one. But either we left Vegas around 10 o'clock p.m. or we got to LA around 10 o'clock p.m. I can't remember. But we're going to get a nice, good look at nighttime Vegas as we leave the valley here for our final job. We'll have one more flight out of North Las Vegas, and that's going to be our next episode as we pack up and head to our next area. So we'll have one more flight out of this airport as we leave it, and we'll fly our way to our next area. That'll be our next episode. Haven't revealed what that area will be just yet. You'll have to watch the next episode to find out where we're going. All right, let's look at our route here to LA. We're going to head to the GOG DME. We don't have any DME equipment, so we're just going to kind of guess where that is. I kind of have an idea based on the map and geography, and then we'll try to lock into the HEC VORTAC and head towards that, and then we will turn and go towards the POM VORTAC, which will take us into LA. We'll get those frequencies put in here. So the last episode we did was a trip to Kingman, Arizona. Didn't do any commentary on that one. I'm gonna have to start modifying the way I do commentary on these, and basically what I'm gonna do is introduce the job and the flight, and then let you guys watch the flight, or kind of skip through it however you want to do it to get to the approach and the landing and the finish, and then I'll rejoin you there. But where these videos are 40 minutes or so, I've got a 4-year-old and a 2.5-year-old, and it's just kind of too much to ask them to be quiet for 45 minutes to an hour while I do commentary. They're really, really good, but it's kind of hard on them to try to be that quiet, but they do really good. But it's hard on me as well to try to get that much in. So we'll try to set things up for you, and then let you enjoy the flight however you want to enjoy it. At some point in this series, I'll kind of make an adjustment to the cruise version of our episodes and make them a little more abbreviated than they have been throughout this. At some point in our next area, I think I kind of modify that a little bit and maybe do a little more cinematic stuff and less monotonous stuff, and we kind of move forward through the flight a little bit quicker. I still want the videos to not simply just be the climb and the approach. I'd like there to be some sense of a trip in between, but it will be more abbreviated than it has been. Okay, let's get the ATIS.
North Las Vegas Airport information, Oscar 0300 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky condition, few clouds at 4,500 feet, ceiling 13,600 feet, overcast. Temperature 8. Dew point 10. Altimeter 29.97.
North Las Vegas ground, Cessna Bravo Gulftree with Oscar, request taxi for takeoff departure to the west.
Cessna Bravo Gulftree taxi to and hold short of runway 12 right via taxiway Foxtrot Golf, cross runway 25 Golf. Contact tower on 125.7 when ready.
Taxiing, hold short runway 12 right via taxiway Foxtrot Golf, cross runway 25 Golf, Cessna Bravo Gulftree.
So we're going to taxi to runway 12 right, and we'll be taking off one final time, heading into the lights of the strip, which will be nice. Good direction to take off to here. If you look at my like total flight time and all that throughout the entire time that I've had Microsoft Flight Simulator, I would say like 97% of my flight time has been during the day. Night flights are rough because they're just depending on, I mean, sometimes on a full moon there's a little bit of light and you can see, but sometimes it's just black the entire way, and that's just not as fun for me. I like to sightsee, so. But we got to do some night flights here and there. think we did one other night flight. What one was it? I know we did. Oh, it was just all we did was cruise around the Las Vegas Valley on Christmas. That's what it was. Just went around the valley and looked at the lights. That's all it was. So this is kind of our first real job at night, I guess. And there won't be very many of them. But I thought it might be kind of fun to head into
North Las
LA
Vegas
at night.
Tower Cessna Bravo Golf Tree ready for west departure at runway 12 right.
Cessna Bravo Golf Tree, altimeter 29.908, wind calm west departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 12 right.
Cleared for takeoff runway 12 right Cessna Bravo Golf Tree.
So we're cleared for takeoff. We'll be up in the air shortly. Thought it might be kind of fun to fly into LA at night. Outside of that, I think in our next area, out of the 11 jobs that we do there, I think one of them is a night job is all. And then the area after that, I don't think I did any night jobs. So this is a rare night job. All right, we'll take off heading into the lights of the Strip. Hope you guys sit back, enjoy the flight, and we'll see you as we start our descent into Los Angeles.
Cessna Bravo Golf Tree, continue for west departure.
North Las Vegas Tower Cessna Bravo Golf Tree continue for west departure.
Cessna Bravo Golf Tree, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
North Las Vegas Tower Cessna Bravo Golf Tree frequency change.
8,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 26 right approach via BERBN transition. Clear to BERBN Spirit Wings 1801. On 119er, decimal 9er, generic 62 tree. Bravo Golf Tree, contact Los Angeles Center on 1 tree 2.5. Good day.
1 tree 2.5 for Cessna Bravo Golf Tree. Los Angeles Center Cessna Bravo Golf Tree 11,300 feet.
Cessna Bravo Golf Tree, Los Angeles Center altimeter 29er.9er7. Continue as planned. Bravo Golf Tree, contact Joshua Approach on 124.55. Good day.
Going to 124.55 Cessna Bravo Golf Tree.
Aeromexico 788, contact Los Angeles Center on 132.3. Good day.
Joshua Approach Cessna Bravo Golf Tree 10,800 feet.
Cessna Bravo Golf Tree, Joshua Approach altimeter 29.907, continue to Papa Oscar Mike as planned. Airport information, India 0500 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky condition, ceiling 1,900 feet broken. Temperature 14. Dew point 10. Altimeter 30.04. Visual runway 19 in use. Landing and departing runway 1. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have in...
Almonte Tower Cessna Bravo Golf Tree is tree 5 miles east 12,200 feet with Juliet to land.
Cessna Bravo Golf Tree El Monte Tower. Altimeter 30.06, wind calm, fly right base runway 19er.
Make right base runway 19er Cessna Bravo Golf Tree.
All right, so we have our weather information in Los Angeles. Looks like there's no wind, but it is overcast and the ceiling is 1,900 feet. So could be a little bit difficult to see the runway from too far up, but once we get below 1900 feet, we should be all right. The scary part is going to be coming over the mountains into Los Angeles and kind of descending through the clouds right there, which is something you something you wouldn't do. Something you definitely wouldn't do in real life in the Cessna 152 equipped like this one is. And we would, again, obviously have an IFR flight plan in real life, which I didn't do here. For one thing, I didn't know what the weather was like in LA when we left Las Vegas to make the IFR flight plan. And I don't know if you can, maybe you can request an IFR flight plan while you're in the air. Like to change to an IFR flight plan in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'll have to look into that. I think I have done it. It seems like I've done it before, but I can't remember if I started out VFR and changed to IFR, or if I started out IFR. It might be wise to just start out IFR every time and then cancel it, and then I could retry the flight plan, I think is what the command is in the ATC, to retry the flight plan. Like, I know that I've had IFR flight plans and accidentally canceled them and then retried them or got back on that IFR flight plan. But I can't remember if I've ever started out VFR and then changed to IFR. I don't know if that's a possibility in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I just don't remember ever having done that. Because that would have been something, because obviously we had VFR conditions when we left Vegas, but these are obvious IFR conditions right here as we drop down into Los Angeles over the mountains. We are still at, what is that, 10,100 feet. Sorry, no, we're dropping down to 6,000 feet. My screen is really little that I'm watching here. It was tough for me to see that. Yeah, so just under 6,000 feet, we're kind of crossing our fingers. We don't have any terrain radar, no glass cockpit here, no GPS. We're just flying blind, basically. Doing something you would never do in real life, going into the clouds in a VFR flight plan. It's a big no-no. But it looks like we've come through okay. Starting to see some lights of the Los Angeles Valley, San Gabriel Valley. So out of all the 17 jobs in this Las Vegas area, we've had a few adventures. Hopefully our next area is a little bit less adventurous as far as what did we have to do? We had to make an emergency landing in the desert because we ran out of fuel on our way to Mexico. We went into Utah got caught in a blizzard. Ended up trying to make an emergency landing while we still had power and still had fuel, but ran into some bushes and crashed. A couple of adventures. Our very first landing in this series was a decent crosswind landing that we pulled off pretty good, which was amazing. It was literally my first flight in the Cessna 152 that I had ever done. So we've had some adventures, but we're just below the clouds, so we have dropped into the Los Angeles area. We're still at 4,000 feet though. It said the ceiling was 1,900 feet, so I'm a little bit surprised. Maybe up ahead as we come into the El Monte area, maybe. No, there's our runway right there. So
Cessna Bravo Golf Tree, wind calm, cleared to land runway 19er.
all right, so we are cleared to land. We're still high though. We're gonna have
Cleared to land runway 19er Cessna Bravo Golf Tree.
we're gonna have to drop into the traffic pattern here and circle once. So we are heading pretty much straight south here. It looks like the clouds have cleared out just a little bit, or the ceiling is a little bit higher than the ATIS said that it was. We're at 2,500 feet. The El Monte Airport. I don't know the official altitude of it. I knew it when I did the flight. You can see the skyline of LA. Unfortunately, the skylines in Flight Simulator look horrible at night because it's like there's lights everywhere, but you can see the buildings up there. They're all just black outlines. So it's like there's no lights on in any of the buildings. Completely not realistic. So it's too bad that they can't make that a little bit better. So it's kind of pointless to try to do any sightseeing flying at night. It's basically concentrate on procedures and flying the airplane rather than sightseeing, and I like to do a little bit of both. Okay, we're going to circle here, and we're down under 2,000 feet. Try to drop into the traffic pattern at about 1,000 feet. I can't remember what I did here. I think the airport's off of our right wing. So we're gonna make a right base here. I think we're headed on the downwind right now. We're gonna drop into the downwind traffic pattern. Kind of level off at 1,200 feet. So I think the El Monte Airport was probably around 200 feet in elevation. Just a guesstimate based on where the ocean is and where El Monte is. Just a little bit inland from there. So yeah, it looks like we're going to level off here at 1,200 feet. Prepare to make our right base. And land. So I'm going to leave off the commentary here for a bit and rejoin you guys in just a second.
Bravo Golf Tree exit runway when able. Cessna Bravo Golf Tree, contact ground on 125.9er.
Welcome to Los Angeles, guys. We made it. Job number 17 is in the books. Get our fuel reading. We started out with 100%, so we used 53% of our fuel. I don't know what that number is. We'll see in a second. We get all our lights off and kill the battery. All right. So we're down. So 10:20 p.m. So we left Las Vegas around 8-ish, between 8 and 8:30. So it took a couple hours to get to Los Angeles. San Gabriel Valley Airport, El Monte. Top-rated transit system. So we got our guy here. We'll go ahead here in a second and look at how we did. This was also December 31st of 2022. So we put 2022 behind us finally. And tomorrow, so to speak, when we do our next episode, we will be leaving Las Vegas on January 1st and heading somewhere. You guys will have to watch the episode to find out where we go. It's a fun one too. There's a lot of we cover a lot of ground in our next episode. All right, so we started with $139,599, made $10,000 even. It was a 200 nautical mile journey. Paid out $331 in fuel. We end the episode with $149,267. That's it for job number 17 in Las Vegas. Next up, we reveal area number 2 in our next episode on Career Mode on Flight Simulator.